Hi guys, welcome back to the One Stop Shop. I am she is me, it is everything, period. And today is the first of the month. So you already know what time it is. Time for the motto of the month.
Kelly so blessed, big plus XL. Kelly ain't got no chill. Kelly don't really give a fuck how you feel. Kelly ain't humble no more. Kelly got a foot on your throat. Kelly ain't humble no more. Kelly got a foot on your throat. Go, Kelly, go. Go, go, Kelly, go. Go, Kelly, go. Go, go, Kelly.
How is October already? I don't know, but we move. September's motto of the month was hashtag do you rap or do you tweet? Do you rap or do you tweet? Do you practice what you preach? Do you function at a high level? Do your priorities match your needs? Bars. And although we did a lot of rapping and a little less tweeting in September, we still got some work to do. We still got a lot of work to do. And just from the conversations that I was having, and also just like my own personal experience, I think the hardest part of last month's motto, was do your priorities match your needs? And it wasn't that we are not necessarily prioritizing the right things, or not prioritizing the things we need over the things we want. It's just that we want it now. We want it now. Okay. We're the microwave generation. We want things quick, fast, and in a hurry. And if we don't yield results in a certain amount of time, we move. And then we find ourselves in these same cycles. And so I think there are so many positives in terms of our generation knowing our worth, and, not selling for less, and, being about our mental health and quitting that job, okay? Because I quit that job, okay? But there is a thin line between knowing your value and being lazy and entitled. And so I want to bridge the gap a bit this month in October, okay? Learning and growing together with each other, that's what we do here on the One Stop Shop, period. Because really it's just a lot of excuses. Like, I'm prioritizing this, but I need blase. Actually, excuses are tools of the incompetent that build bridges to nowhere and monuments of nothingness. So we got to get out of that. We got to stop making excuses. And that leads me to October's motto of the month, which is do it yourself. Hashtag do it yourself. Hashtag DIY. Hashtag DIY. This is so ironic because as much as I'm preaching to y'all, I'm preaching to myself. I am the type of person that, like, in all things, I will say, girl, I'm not no DIY type of girl. I'm not no DIY type of girl. I'm not no DIY type of girl. And I'm coming to realize it's not that I'm not a DIY type of girl. I'm a spoiled girl. A spoiled girl, okay? It's not that I'm not a DIY type of girl. It's probably a little bit of making excuses. Okay, and we're going to just get right into it from there. Up on the hashtag do-it-yourself regimen is convenience will kill you. Convenience will kill you. And let's just talk about society to start. Before, we used to grow our food, and there was less disease and less this and less that, and people live longer, and now everything's processed. For the convenience. For the convenience to literally kill you. Now let's go a little less society and more personal. You have been, trying to put yourself out there, trying to go to more networking events, but we're in the middle of a recession. This is one of the conversations that I had last month about somebody want to put themselves out there, but inflation is crazy, and I can't afford to get my nails done and my lashes done and my hair done, and I don't want to go out nowhere looking crazy because Girl, do it yourself. Do it yourself. And again, I get it, because I'm not no DIY type of girl. I'm not doing my nails, baby. I do not do my hair. I don't know. But before you make the excuse, figure out how to do it yourself. Before you just sit down at home, before you don't reach a goal, before you aren't a woman of your word, figure that thing out. Like, we have so many resources, so many ways in which we can, you know, execute our vision that like I'm over the excuses for myself and I'm over excuses for you. And again, it seems like I'm not making excuses. This is real life. I really don't got a job right now. I really da, 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 da. But again, it's just those that do and those that don't. That's it. That's it. It's two types of people in this world: those that do and those that don't. And you do not want to be caught up in the those that don't category, because you're too caught up on things being convenient, things coming to you easily. Baby, no, that hard work come into play. And not just hard work in your field. Sometimes it's hard work at home, okay? Sometimes it's hard, like, and if you want convenience in your life and it's not there yet, that doesn't mean stop. That means create the convenience that you need and want. That doesn't mean pause. That means get back in your brainstorm bag and hashtag what? Do it yourself. Okay. Second up on the hashtag DIY, hashtag do it yourself regimen is patience is a virtue. Patience is a virtue. A lot of times, let's just go back to excuses. October's motto of the month is about not making excuses. Period. And a lot of times we make excuses because we don't have the patience to stick it out. Oh, that was taking too long. And I am one of the most impatient people I know. So, again, preaching to the choir. Okay? We aren't patient with our success. We aren't patient with our growth. We aren't patient with the things that we claim to be passionate about. And if you follow me on Instagram, then you kind of already saw the post I made. But I originally started this channel because I am an on-camera personality. I like being in front of the camera. I like talking. I like connecting people through my messages and my voice. And I'm ready to get paid for it right now. Okay? I'm ready to get booked tomorrow. And I was trying to find a way to, you know, just monetize what I was doing. And so that's how OSS merch came about. And then I became a boutique owner. And that was something totally new on my plate. And now I'm neglecting my channel. And I'm still at 250, 60 subscribers. But I'm selling shades. It's like, patience is a virtue, girl. Sit down somewhere and build your following. And so, not that I won't have OSS merch ever again, but I'm just taking a step back and learning to be patient and learning to enjoy the place I am in the journey, instead of trying to manipulate all of the factors. And the point of that in do it yourself is that, like, when you're doing it yourself, you got to be patient with yourself. Again, we are the microwave generation. I had that YouTube channel for 2 years. I was like, okay, second anniversary, I need to make some money. I need some merch. I need some I think a big part of being patient with yourself is, in doing it yourself, is also just realizing that life is your greatest teacher. I'm a creative director. I'm an actress. I'm all of these things. And so I'm always learning. Like, next for me is learning how to edit video so I can learn how to execute my vision myself. That takes time. That takes time. Be patient with yourself. Be patient in your journey. Be patient with God. I've been very upset with God a lot lately because I just been feeling like, why do I work so hard just for me not to receive the fruits of my labor? And then I had to take a step back and think to myself, like, girl, shut up. Girl, shut up. People got it worse. Girl, shut up. You sitting in your mama's basement for free. You got your own little mini apartment. Girl, shut up. Patience is a virtue. Hashtag do it yourself. Control the timing of things. Worry about the things that you can control. The things that you can control are the things that you can what? Hashtag do yourself. Okay? And that's it. And as much as I don't want you to make excuses, and as much as I want you to be striving for the goal continuously and always, I also want you to be patient with yourself. I also don't want you to beat yourself up. I also don't want you to spiral because you don't have this and you don't have that. Again, there are people that do and people that don't. And in the patience is a virtue section, there are people who stay the course and people who give up. Patience is a virtue. Which way is you going? What is you doing? How is you living? Do it yourself. Hashtag do it yourself. And last but certainly not least on the hashtag do it yourself regimen is everything that glitters is not gold. Everything that glitters is not gold. I need y'all to get it through y'all heads and get it through y'all thick skulls that social media is not real. None of this is real. Nothing that you seeing on TV, on the news. I done work radio, TV, music industry. You cannot get caught up comparing yourself to the influencer girls. And listen, everything that glitters is not gold. Your journey is taking you a little longer, and it's forcing you to not have the convenience that you want right now, and it's forcing you to be a little more patient because everyone's path and journey is different. 9 times out of 10, if yours is taking longer, it's because you're going about it the right way. You want to be this person and you are admiring that person and you think this, that, and the third, and the whole time shorty is a high level prostitute. Okay? Y'all, prostitution and sex working is real. Okay? No judgment to nobody. I'm just saying, when you're doing it yourself, it take a little longer for a reason. You can go that route. If you want to go that route and that path, cool. But you have no idea what people are going through. You have no idea how people came into their fortune. You have no idea the sacrifices that people have to make for their dignity, their pride, their souls, to be in the positions that they in. Stop comparing yourself. Everything that glitters is not gold. When you are doing it yourself, you got to do it for you. Okay? And back to the everything that glitters is not gold. When you're doing it yourself, figure out what your why is. Because if it's to be like Jada Waiter and Ari or whoever else, they're them, you're you. It's only one of you, it's only one of them. You'll never be them, you'll never have their life. So get that out your head. Do it yourself. Do it yourself. I really want y'all to embrace this motto of the month in the way in which I am, because like, it's so much beauty in doing it yourself. It's so much beauty in having a story to tell. It's so much beauty in the life lessons. It's so much beauty in your struggle season. You know what I'm saying? It is so much beauty in it. And everything is about perception and perspective. And if you claim defeat, if you claim frustration, if you claim anger, if you claim all of the negative things that could come along with you doing it yourself and being in the thick of your journey, in the thick of learning your lessons, then that's how you remember it. But I'm determined to tell my story in a positive light. I'm determined to be in a positive mindset. I'm determined to push people to do it themselves. We have gotten away from just a certain amount of integrity and principle. And to know me is to know I stand on principles. Okay, I don't. And I just think as a people, we need to get back to that. Like, hashtag doing it yourself. Hashtag not waiting on no handouts. Hashtag not waiting on X, Y, and Z. Being patient, loving each other. Focus on our community. Focus on our goals. Just refocus and repurpose. That's the point of hashtag do it yourself. Refocus and repurpose yourself in Q4. It's the last quarter of the year. And we ain't gonna start in January. We ain't starting over in January. We starting that right now. Okay? Do it yourself. What do you want to do for the rest of the year? What are your goals? What are your short-term goals? What are your long-term goals? Whatever. just begin to put yourself in that mind frame that I could do this. Even if it's going to take a long time, even if I'm going to be inconvenienced, even if the shit is not shining and glittery right now, I could do this. I am doing this. It's done. It's written. It's happening. Like, that's the mind frame I'm trying to be in the rest of the year. If you're going to be around me, that's the mind frame you're going to have to be in the rest of the year. And yeah, man, y'all know what it is. I love y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for listening to me. Thank y'all for watching the video, liking the video, commenting on the video. Subscribe to the channel. And then share with a friend. Okay? And then what? Hashtag do it yourself. The rest of October and the rest of the year. No excuses. Because what are excuses? Tools of the incompetent that build bridges to nowhere and monuments of nothingness. Okay?